All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off with saying, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Harikak Radash Ma'amath. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, my elder Heroin as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth to sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm Kalak Baya Charlotte from the Lions of the Yasharala camp. This is like a lamb back spiritual hydration, motivation type lesson. And the inspiration that came from this lesson was I was watching one of the younger brothers, Arakaz's lesson, and I forgot exactly what lesson it was, but and there was a point in the lesson where he said, um, uh, we have to go through the jungle in order to get to the garden. You know, basically, basically saying going through the straits of affliction to get to paradise, man. And Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and served its purpose for the hopefully elect, the ones that truly believe in, um, uh, truly believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Shai. All right, so first scripture I want to get is real quick. Let me look it up. Slakia. Okay. Um, Acts 14 and 22. All right, so basically, it's not gonna be a cakewalk us getting to the kingdom, man. You know, like Yahweh said, we got to go through the straits, and the straits means affliction. You know, so we're going to be afflicted, but the payoff is so rewarding that it doesn't even matter. All right. So first scripture I want to get is Acts 14 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and what we must through. And it says, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. All right. So going into the straits, man, going through that affliction, all right, to inherit um that what was promised to us by Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, which is beautiful, you know. But you have individuals that says there shall be no tribulations, but we know that's not true. Those are the ones that don't have a true understanding of, you know, of what Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai really means, or what serving Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai really means. All right. Is Isaiah 48 and 10. It says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee through the furnace of affliction. All right, for my own sake, even for my name, for my own sake will I do it. For how should not my name be polluted, and I will not give my glory unto another. So all the glory is going to come to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. And for his own name's sake, it is not anything that we did to deserve any of this. It's for his own name's sake to make his word stand, because his word doesn't return unto him void, man. So, uh, you know, so he's going to accomplish what he sent it out to do. All right, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 10. It said, therefore I take pleasure in my infirmities and reproaches and necessities and persecutions and distress for Yahweh Shai's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Through our weakness, um, through our weak state, uh, the Lord is purifying us and showing his strength. You're going to take, that's why it says, fear not thy worm Jacob, for I will help thee. All right, so a worm is a helpless creature. It really can't fight back, you know. But through the power of Yahweh Shema Shai, that worm is going to conquer the whole earth. You know, that's beautiful. For his namesake, though. It's not like we did anything to be deserving of it, you know. All right. This is Ecclesiastic Sirach 2:1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in a time of trouble." Right? Because that's that through much tribulation, you know, we shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Through much tribulation, it says, you know. All right. This is Matthew 24:13. It says, "But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved," man. And that's it's all about having that endurance. All right. You know, you have a lot of people that come out the box, come out the gate, strong, hard, and fast, not pacing themselves, and then start to get worried and impatient, and with that becomes the losing of faith, and with that comes falling off and going back into the world. You know. So we're to be instant in season and out of season, fervent, um, always prepared, be apt to teach. You know. Um, what scripture is the key that I want to get to is Second Ezra chapter 7, but there was a couple of precepts I had lined up that I wanted to bring out um, before I go into that. Um, but yeah, so we have to endure all the way to the end to reap that reward. All right. This is Sirach 2:2. It says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure it, and make not haste in the time of trouble." Because there's going to be trouble sometimes, time of Jacob's trouble. But the scriptures say Jacob shall be saved out of it, you know. So there's salvation, there's a reward um, for the things to come, man. For the things that we're going to have to go through. And, you know, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to make sure we have everything we need to overcome. All right. This is 2 Timothy 2:3. It says, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai," man. So endure that hardness because he's going to give us everything. No matter how much the mind tries to confuse you, the Lord's going to give us everything we need to endure that hardness, you know. Hebrews 12:7, it says, "If ye endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. And what son is he whom the father chasteneth not?" Right. So we're going to go through that chastisement. What it is a purification and a correction for the wickedness that's within us according to the flesh. All right. The flesh is the reason why we're going through this. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, man. If we could walk around here in the spirit at all times, we wouldn't go off. We wouldn't sin. There's going to be a point in time where we're going to be able to do that when the Lord puts his laws in our inward part. So when instead of the body conflicting with the spirit, they're going to be in one in unison together. When we get the new bodies that are from heaven. All right. Um, next scripture is let me see. All right. This is James chapter 1 verse 2. It says, "My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations," man. All right. And it's going to happen, you know. He said he's going to refine us through the furnace of affliction. So through much tribulation, we're going to inherit the kingdom of heaven, which is our eternal reward that shall never be taken away from us, man. Verse 3, it says, "Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience," right? And that's what it's creating within us. He's a God of long suffering. We become servants of long suffering with him. All right. It says, "Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience, but let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing." So then let's go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 12, I think it is. So how no, verse 6, it says, howbeit we talk wisdom to them that are perfect. That perfections comes from the doctrine and the faith that we have in Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, so within that, so that's what he's doing. He's perfecting us. All right, so let's take it to Second Ezra chapter 7. All right, we're gonna start at verse 3. It says, no, let's start at verse 1. It says, and when I, this is when Ezra was talking to the angel. It says, and when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the night afore. And he said unto me, up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case that the entrance thereof were narrow and like a river. And what he's explaining is our entrance into the kingdom. And it's going to also explain it's explaining our interest into the kingdom through affliction. And it's going to also explain how we got into the situation where we had to go through the narrow. All right. It says, verse 5, it says, no, verse 4 says, put the case. All right. And it says, verse 4 again, it says, but put the case that the entrances were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? So if we don't go through this affliction, how are we going to make it to the kingdom? Because that's it says straight is the only way. All right. In verse 6, it says, there's also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field and full of all good things. And that's explaining the kingdom, man. It says, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. All right, so that's the affliction and the adversity that we got to go through to get through the broad place. And only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. That's why we got to work out your own salvation through fear and trembling. All right. Verse 9, it says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the dangers set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? Right. So if we don't go through what it was designed for us to go through, how are we going to receive that reward that's at the end? You know, I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion, because for their sake I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. Right. So we were in that broad place at one point in time in paradise, but when that transgression happened, that's when sin entered in. That's when the affliction started. All right. Then were the interests of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. There are few and evil, full of perils and very painful. For the interests of the elder world were wide and sure and brought immortal fruit. And we're gonna return into that once we get through these straits. If then they that live labor not to enter these straits and vain things, they can never receive those things that are laid up for them. All right. So that's the point, man. So how, if we don't go through this affliction, if we don't go through these straits, how are we going to receive that reward that's laid up for us at the end, man? So we have to go through the jungle in order to get to the garden, you know? Lord, willing this lesson to edify and to serve this purpose. With that, like Sakah Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harikak Wadash Ma'amath. Double honor to the elder apostles, the great millstone of my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the argument that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom.